Hi guys, Kuya Aya here, and today we're going to talk about Kuya Ken Daniel's new release, When the Rain Stopped Falling. And can I just say that if you haven't read the book, you need to pick it up right now. Just drop everything you're reading, go to a bookstore, buy this book. I'm sure there's a copy. Buy it and read it. Yun lang. Basahin nyo na siya. Kasi maganda siya. Maganda siya. Promise. Maganda siya. Promise, maganda siya. Underrated, feel ko. Kasi no one's talking about this. Especially nung experience ko sa MIBF. Walang masyado nakapila kay Kuya Ken. Because ang dami nakapila kay Marco Jose. Pero let's not talk about that right now. We're talking about Kuya Ken's book, When the Rain Stopped Falling. Pero please, don't think I hate Kuya Marco Jose. I just love Kuya Ken more than him. Sorry, Marco. Pero... Uy! Oh my gosh. The phone fell. Stupid. If you watched any of my review before, you know I have a drill. If you haven't watched a review before, watch the others first. para may views naman. Pero, just kidding. I have a format with these videos. First, I talked about the things I like, and then the things I dislike, and then the noteworthy moments of the book. So, just know that that's my format. And after everything, I go through my overall thoughts, then conclude the video. Spoiler warning, for those who haven't read the book, read it now, buy it now, because it's a good book. It's a masterpiece. You know, I just can't express how much I love this book. Siguro dun sa book signing na makatahimik ko lang. Pero ayun, I actually had this sign nga pala. There's a signature. I'm happy that I met Kuya Daniel, Kuya Ken Daniel sa MIBF. So, can you tell I'm happy? Can you tell I'm ecstatic? Because I am, if you didn't know. So, ayun. First thing that I really liked about this book is the writing style. I think this book is the most eloquent book you can find in pop fiction's catalog. I even had to look up some words sa dictionary para maintindihan lang sila. Pero the style or yung mga words na yon just fits in with the prose ni Kuya Ken. It fits in with his style and I really like it. I really applaud yung feat na na-accomplish ni Kuya Ken by writing this book. And it really makes me want to pick up The Conspirations of the Universe. Sayang walang reprint sa MIBF. Pero, of course, I'll go hunting for it. Especially after I've read this one. I wanna know how that one goes. Because I really love this book. It's a masterpiece. As I keep saying. And another thing I really like about this book is the topic that it brings up. The book talks about depression and anxiety. And even though hindi siya na-state sa simula, no, hindi pa siya na-state explicitly, you already know that Eloise, the main protagonist, is already growing through it. Just by the words na nandito sa libro. Because as someone who's gone to depression himself, aka me, I think everyone goes through depression one way or another. I think this book accurately shows or makes you feel, literally show and make you feel what depression looks like. Nakita ko yung sarili ko kay Eloise biglaan dahil nga ganon din yung naramdaman ko ng mga time na yun eh. And I'm really happy na yun, nandito yun sa libro na yun kasi usually hindi natin yung nakikita or it isn't even the main topic sa mga libro usually mga subplot lang siya, pero this depression and anxiety plays a big role in this book and I really appreciate that kasi nga it shows other people what a person is going through even though they themselves hindi pa nila na-experience, and I got that na-experience natin yan dito through Eloise. And every time na nababasa ko yung mga chapters na yon, I just feel it. Nararamdaman ko yung kaba niya kasi ako rin kinakabahan para sa kanya. Kasi sometimes we really have those thoughts dun sa utak natin. I'm really glad. Read it. So you can know for yourself. One thing I appreciate about this book is the science. It really reminded me a lot of An Abundance of Catherines by John Green. Pero dun nga lang sa Abundance, Matthew, yung pinag-uusapan nila dito more on science. I love that it reminded me so much of the book. Kasi I really enjoyed Abundance. Pero tinanong ko sa iba, hindi nila ganun enjoy dahil sa math. Pero I actually enjoyed it because of the math. And this is the same. I actually enjoyed it because of the science. It's explained well. Or in my head, it's explained well because I've watched X-Men Days of Future Past, and what Nicholas is doing is kind of the same thing, just with technology and not mutants. So, kung gusto nyo ng TLDR version ng science, let's imagine na this is me right now. This is my head right now. What Nicholas is doing is he's sending this brain with different experiences, or this consciousness with different experiences from right now to the past. So let's say I send this to the first video I made. So basta, sinisend niya yung consciousness niya from the future to the past. At first, I actually thought na ang ginagawa niya, siya mismo yung nagta-time travel. Yung body niya pupunta sa present. So there's basically two of him, pero hindi pala. There's only one of him because para siyang si Logan nga sa X-Men Days of Future Past. He's sending his consciousness from the future back to the present para magalaw niya yung mga nangyayari sa present. I really like the science in this book, and I like when they're discussing it, especially siguro mamaya na lang yun kasi isa sa mga noteworthy moment na meron ako. Another thing I really like is it's a very feel-good book. Sabi ko sa inyo, di ba, parang it talks about depression and anxiety, pero it doesn't just talk about the sad things. It talks about the good things too. It makes you feel good because of the characters. Especially yung 3 persons na nakapalibot kay Eloise noong time na yon. Si Nicholas, si Leslie, tsaka si Jasper. Yung warmth na sinashow nila kay Eloise is hindi lang nag-stop kay Eloise dun sa libro. I actually felt the warmth in me, and it really reminded me so much of my friends. Kasi they're so loving and so accepting, and I just like that Eloise has friends, because someone going through depression is very hard, and I love that she has friends that even though she doesn't confide with them as much, nandun sila para matulungan siya. And I hope everyone who reads this book finds a friend too to talk about things and talk about life. Because sabi nga sa libro, we never really know when depression comes. Another thing I really like is the characters. The cast of characters are wonderful. I love how everyone has a personality, and kung sa Swiss ka, kung nabasa nyo na-review ko, one thing na even though I love the characters, from in the start, hindi ganun na masyado nag-click talaga with the characters, pero dito parang first chapter, kilala ko na agad si Eloise. No, hindi naman kilala, pero I empathize with her agad. I really love the characters in this book. Gusto ko kung gaano ka-sweet si Jasper. Gusto ko yung gaano ka-warm si Leslie towards kay Eloise, because I never had a roommate like that nung nasa college ako. Think about it, meron naman. Pero hindi katulad ni Leslie that obsesses with the Game of Thrones, and especially Nicholas, Cole, the both of them, the 2 different personalities from the present and the future. I love their characters, and I love their impact on Eloise. Now let's move on to the dislikes. So just to give you a quick thing about my note system, blue is for the sad ones, Pink is for the noteworthy, yellow is for the like, orange is for the dislike, and then green are for the characters. So why do I note those things? Because I do reviews. And there's, where is it? I can't find the orange tab. Ayun. Nanap ko na yung orange tab. So, hindi siya ganun ka dislike talaga. Pero nainis lang ako kay Nicholas nung time na renew niya yung date ni Jasper tsaka ni Eloise. It's like, really? You don't trust Eloise with this? And FYI, I don't know if it's Eloise or Eloise. Pero in my head, it's Eloise. So, bear with me. Unless Kuya Ken confirms it. I really hated that he ruined the date. Pero, I kind of understand why he had to. Pero I really hate it. Hindi naman hate. Pero nainis lang talaga ako sa kanya. And tinan mo yung nangyari dahil doon, nasira yung nostalgia. Right, nostalgia. Yung machine na ginagamit niya. Dahil sa pag-fort niya noon, kasi hindi nga pwedeng masend, or hindi niya pwedeng kontrolin yung katawan ni Cole pagising si Cole. Pero ngayon, pinilit niya yung katawan ni Cole, kaya buti hindi na-fry yung utak ni Cole. Who would know what happened? Science is very experimental. Kaya, he should have been more careful. Yan tuloy, nagka-concussion siya. Pero, yun lang. Nainis lang ako dun sa part na yun. Not because of the author, pero because of the character. Pero, it's within the character. Kaya, nakikita na ako ng mga bakit yung ginawa yun. Another thing I don't really like is the cover. Just kidding. I really love the cover, but, I'm very nitpicky when it comes to covers, especially portraying the characters. I often don't like having characters dito sa cover. Pero I've made an exception for Pulp Fiction because they make beautiful covers. The only problem with Pulp Fiction or the illustrators is minsan they can't accurately portray the character in the book. Eloise is supposed to have a bob cut. Her hair is supposed to be this long. And I know because I marked that chapter. Says here, it didn't help that all the walls of the elevator were mirrored, making me conscious of how I looked. It was frustrating how my jaw-length bob cut hair was like an unraveled ball of black yarn, even though I had spent 30 minutes fixing it compared to their lustrous hair. Annoyed, I combed it with my fingers, trying my best to still look normal. Jaw-length, bob-cut, hair. Jaw-length, bob-cut, hair? Parang lagi na lang ganito yung situation in almost every book. Kasi yung kay Ate Maple, Sky's hair wasn't silver. I don't know, parang siguro kailangan na natin gawin segment yun dito sa mga review na to. Kuya Aya's cover nitpick. Just kidding. Pero yun, kahit dito dun sa inside how is this a bob cut? And especially, lalo na tong scene na to kasi yung scene na binasa ko kanina, after a few pages, ito na yung nangyari nun. And this is not a bob cut. Kaya yung artwork na binigay ko kay Kuya Ken, Eloise's hair is around this area lang. Gel length, bob cut. I don't know kung bakit ganun lagi. There's something, kasi everything na binabasa ko naman yung mga libro, it's accurately described how the characters look. But I don't know why some of there's only actually 2 illustrators I know, pero why they couldn't get that accurately, diba? Yun lang. So again, it's not the author's fault. It's someone else's. Now let's move on to the noteworthy moments of the book. The first noteworthy moment is the first date. Sabi ko kanina, I felt the warmth radiate dun sa characters, especially with Nicholas's and Eloise's first date. I don't know, parang na-inlove na rin ako kay Nicholas noong time na una siya nag-appear. I love how he's confident, and I wish I could be him in the future, as confident as Nicholas. To be honest, medyo na-excite ako makipag-date because I'm single. Excited ako makipag-date because of what they had on their date. I wanna have that too. That date was very feel good, and sabi ko nga, very feel good. I marked it with a yellow tab. Kung hindi yellow, purple. Pero yan nga, yellow tabs. Yellow tabs because those chapters were good. And I really liked them. And another thing I really liked are the letters, Nicholas's letters, because it gives us a glimpse of what Nicholas is thinking. Kasi syempre nung una hindi natin alam kung saan ba yung letter na yun, kung yung character ba, kung si Eloise yung pinagsusulat nun. Pero ayan, I really like the letters, and actually na-note ko nga yun dito na bigla nag-stop yung letters, pero I understand why it stopped and why it isn't in every chapter. Pero yun, I really like the letters. Another thing I really like is the different personalities with Cole and Nicholas. Kasi kung titingnan mo talaga sa libro, very different sila sa isa't isa. I really want to see how Cole goes from here to here, Nicholas. So, I like the different personalities dun sa dalawa. I like that Cole talks in a very fancy way. To be honest, every time na binabasa kong magsalita si Cole, nag-imagine ko na British accent yung sinasabi niya. Ewan ko kung bakit, pero parang ganun lang yung pagkaka-structure dun sa words niya. Pero si Nicholas is very warm, and I like that nakikita natin yung hints kung magiging sino si Cole dun sa book. Kasi syempre, we know na he saved Eloise. Not Nicholas, Cole. He saved Eloise from the tennis ball. Even he doesn't know why, but he'll soon know that it's love. The next thing, noteworthy, not moment, character, is Jasper. I don't know, but I really like Jasper, and nagulat na lang ako na gusto ko na rin siya para kay Eloise. To be honest, naguluhan ako kung sinong gusto ko para kay Eloise. Si Jasper ba or si Cole or si Nicholas? Parang tatlo yun, no? Pero dalawa lang talaga physically, pero mentally tatlo. Pero syempre I still love Cole more than Jasper, pero I get na Jasper is also good for Eloise. Pero I really did not like that prank na ginawa niya kay Eloise. Nainis ako sa kanya nun. Yun lang, yung moment na yun. Pero other than that, I really like Jasper. The next thing I really like is, not really like, noteworthy. Noteworthy is the time travel plot twist. It's basically hard to explain. I suggest you just read the book. But the TLDR version is that plot twist is not real. Jasper is not actually the soulmate. And Nicholas is the actual soulmate. And that bullcrap story he shared about basta yung Jasper 123 yung Nicholas 123 na sinabi niya is basically not real, and nainis ako sa kanya nun. Why would you say that? But I understand, because sabi niya nga in the end Eloise won't be happy, which is really sad to think about. So actually ito na siguro isa sa mga libro na ang dami kong blue marks. Kasi ang hirap talaga ng pinagdadaanan nila. Especially sa situation ni Nicholas, knowing na pinagdadaanan niya yun. He's creating new memories. He's basically falling in love all over again. To have his heart break again. It's a good thing that he doesn't remember to the future. Pero I hope they would still be good friends. I really hope, because you know how this ends, diba? And segueing into that, the ending is a noteworthy moment. it wrecked me. The Carnation gave me hope na baka may chance pa si Nicholas siya kasi Eloise, pero no, it didn't happen. Diba? Lungkot lang. Pero hindi naman ako umiyak. As I've said, I'm really not a crier. Pero naramdaman ko yun, sobrang bigat dito sa chest. Alam niyo yun, yung parang that feeling na you get when you know something good has to end. And that's basically how I feel about them having to end. To be honest, I kinda wish there was a book 2. At the same time, I don't. Because I like how this ends. And I don't know kung paano pa maa-approach yung continuation ng book. Especially the future Nicholas doesn't remember anything anymore. I think we actually really don't know because we never see from his perspective again. We don't have the letter anymore. Don't we? Or do we? No, we don't have the letter anymore. There's just a carnation. Tas nawala yung carnation. I don't know. I just really like the memories made and knowing that it was just a waste. Pero I feel really happy and sad for Nicholas. I really feel happy and sad for Nicholas at the same time because I'm happy that they got to make new memories with Eloise, knowing that what Eloise will do in the future. Also, I really feel sad actually for Eloise, knowing na she actually loves someone but she has to forget. Again, I feel happy and sad for the characters at the same time. I thought I'd never experienced that. Well, I have experienced that, pero I never thought that I'd experience it in a book. Actually, no. Sa MIBF, I think someone was talking about this book. Hindi ko lang nakuha lahat kasi naka-earphones ako. Pero, I recommend this a whole lot. To those who haven't read the book, read it. It's a masterpiece. Ayun. I think I could say a lot more. I can go days in this book. Just talking about everything that happened. Sa totoo lang, parang, if they were to make a movie out of this, I'd rewatch it every time. Parang ano lang siya, yung if you know A Silent Voice. I cried a lot in A Silent Voice. To be honest, I don't want to watch the movie to cry, but I always come back to that movie. And I feel like that's what would happen, or that's what will happen in this book. Maybe I didn't cry, pero I'd like to go back through it again because you know, kasi maganda siya eh. Alam niyo yun. It makes you feel happy. It makes you have hope. Even though it ended that way. Parang, I still hope that something happens in the future. And I just really love the message that the book has. Na, yun nga, tungkol sa depression and having friends when you have depression. And having love. Yun, na-in-love lang talaga ako sa book. Definitely a 5 out of 5 for me. There's only one book sa pop fiction na naka 5 out of 5, and yung kay Ate Louise Carrion yun, yung Lena's List. I've read Mismatched, yun yung next review ko, pero I'm still on the fence on the ranking, pero ito, easily 5 out of 5. No questions asked. Yun na yun. So, when the rain stopped falling, catches your attention from beginning to end. To be honest, medyo kinabahan akong i-pick up yung libro na to. Kasi diba, iilan na nga lang yung male authors sa pop fiction. And I really want to support them all because we need more male writers. And I'm hoping I could be one too someday. Pero, tagal pa yun. Wag muna natin isipin yun. Akin na muna yun. Pero yun, I was nervous because what if I don't like the book? Pero wala na yun ngayon. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, gusto kong bilhin yung The Conspirations of the Universe ni Kuya Ken. Dahil dito, this book is worth it. I hope you buy it because it's a masterpiece. I'm telling you, It's a masterpiece. So, again, a thing we do here in the video is I recommend albums for you to listen to while reading the book. And the one I'd like to recommend to you is Gabriel Aplin's English Rain album, the deluxe edition. Because, ayun, parang I just feel na some songs in that album, most songs in that album would fit really well in this book, or fit really well in this book. And I like that the title is When the Rain Stops Falling, and the album suggestion is named English Rain. So, you know, and there's also umbrellas on the cover of the album and the book. So, yun. I actually have a script here. I wrote this before MIBF. I wrote here, I hope I see Kuya Ken sa MIBF. Kuya Ken, I need more. Kailan next book mo? Basahin ko muna yung Conspirations of the Universe. Kaya, wag muna. Joke lang. Kasi, hindi ko pa pala nabili sa MIBF. Kaya, kasi wala nga reprint. I'll hunt for it. Promise yun. Because I really need to read more of his works. And please support Kuya Ken. He's a really good author. Nakita ko naman na si Kuya Ken. No need to worry about that. I'm happy that I met him. I wish I had a conversation with him somewhat. Kasi nung public nakausap ko yung si Ate Luis. Ate Luis lang. Kasi isa rin siya sa favorite authors ko. Nakausap ko si Ate Luis. Had a small conversation with her. I hope that happened with Kuya Ken ng MIBF. Pero sayang. Pero here's to hoping na in the next Popfic Fest, nandun si Kuya Ken and we have more to do. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a like. I really want to make more videos. I just like making videos. I like sharing my thoughts about the books. And if you want to get more content or be updated with my content, subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. And if you want to talk about the book, please go to the comments. Gusto kong magbasa ng comments. Kasi, to be honest, I really hate na hindi talaga ganun nakapag-uusapan itong mga bagay na to. There's barely any reviews online. Kaya ako nga ginagawa to para mag-gain ng attention yung Popfic community. Work on it. Please. I want to know other people's thoughts. I won't bash you. Kasi alam ko, feel ko may mga magbabash sa akin kasi I have some books na hindi ko gusto. Just kidding. I hope you enjoyed this video. Kuya Ken, comment ka rin. Usap tayo. Kuya Ahya, signing out. Bye. Bye. Bye.